Just before the Lix Toll, I saw a red car just cut right across in front of me, and then bang, that was me. World changed forever. I could just remember seeing stars, and I sort of came to, and I knew I was really injured at the time, so that's how quick it happened.
Jimmy suffered polytrauma. So you have multiple injuries. In the initial stages, the client's in hospitals, and then you have the scary part, which is the discharge home.
They got a chair that I could sit in, and then that was it. That was kind of us, left and we're lonesome.
He said to me numerous times, nobody was going to employ him, there was no purpose to his life, and how was he going to get back?
This is an individual whose life was turned upside down in a split second. My job is to ensure that the individual who's been injured through no fault of their own recovers compensation in law. Compensation is really a crude attempt to put somebody back into the position they would have been in but for the accident. So this is where the specialist knowledge of the lawyer comes in.
Because I lost my licence and lost my job, I lost my income, so I went from earning really good money to earning zero. I didn't have anything at all at that time, so it was quite hard.
It is up to the pursuer's solicitor to prepare what's known as a schedule of damages. You have to assess the extent of the injuries, but importantly, if an individual hasn't worked, then you've got a past wage loss calculation to do, and if they can't go back to that job, then what about their future income? You must, in my opinion, in these cases, appoint a good case manager to do the rehabilitation, to help the client to rehabilitate while you work on the case.
Brenda decided to get Caroline on board. Then when Caroline came in, she was just like a tornado, man. When she wanted you to do something, she wanted you to do it there and then, if you know what I mean.
He jokes that I had a very firm hand with him, and maybe I did. And we spent lots and lots of time on the phone, just talking through things and working out what was best. Physios, psychological support, somebody to help him back to work. We had the orthopaedic, we had cardiac, we had a pain management consultant. So he had this massive team around him, but at the same time, to have somebody who's key to coordinate those things is really important.
Jimmy is quite a remarkable man. When I met him, he was broken. There's no doubt about it. He pushed and pushed and pushed himself because he never wanted to be beaten.
I remember the phone went, it was Brenda, and she said to me, I've got some news for you. We've got a figure for settling the case. She told me how much it was, and I said, Brenda, I love you.
Do you know, this is one of the strangest things. You meet people, lovely, lovely motorcyclists, and you meet them at the worst possible point in their life. You have to be compassionate. You also have to understand you have a professional obligation to them. You're not going to be their best friend. You're not going to be a social worker. You've got a huge responsibility.
I look at it sometimes and think to myself, did that actually really happen to me, if you know what I mean? My biggest advice for everybody is get yourself a good lawyer. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. As soon as we were moving from one hurdle to another hurdle, she kept me in the picture where we were going next, what was going to happen next. With the right help and the right people, I got through it.
I think it was a fantastic outcome, and together we were a bit of a team trying to get the best for Jimmy.
He did all his rehabilitation religiously. He joined his gym, he went to Healthy Hearts. This was a man who had fight in him, who never gave up.